you're selling your home and expecting to have a big profit, you probably already have an offer on the table that's way above what you paid years ago. Now you're wondering, how much of this will I have to pay in taxes? Well, what if I told you you might owe zero tax on your home sale? Hi, I'm Matt on EA with On and Company. In this video, we're breaking down a tax break that could save you thousands of dollars when you sell your home. It's called Section 121 Exclusion. Let's dive in. Let's get straight to the point. Here is the deal. When you sell your home, your primary residence, the first $500,000 of your profit, that'll be your capital gain, if you're married and filing a joint return, or $250,000 if you're a single filer, that is completely tax-free. That's right, you don't pay any income tax on that gain. It's called Section 121 Exclusion, the IRS code that says excluding the gain from a sale of your primary residence. But not everyone qualifies. Let's just have a look at these two key requirements. How to qualify? There are two tests, the ownership test and residence test, and you must meet both of these requirements. Number one, the ownership test. You must have owned this home for at least 2 years out of the last 5 years before selling. That is your closing date. If you're married and filing jointly, only one spouse has to meet this requirement. Number two, residence test. The home must be your primary residence for at least 2 years out of the last 5 years. What do you think? You had both of these boxes checked? Congratulations! You can exclude up to $500,000 in gain. Let's have a look at how to figure the capital gain amount. Here's an example. Let's say you've had this home for the last 20 years and you bought it for $200,000. The market has been great and you sold it at $750,000. You spend your selling expenses at $50,000. Then your formula to figure out the capital gain will be $750,000 your selling price minus $50,000 of your selling expenses minus $200,000 of your purchase price equals $500,000. That will be your capital gain. Since you qualify for 121 exclusion, you're not going to pay any taxes on that $500,000 of capital gain. It's a huge tax break that every homeowner out there doesn't want to miss out. Please note, you can only do this once every 2 years. What if you didn't really sell your home right away when you moved out? Let's say you rented it out for 3 years and then you sold it. It's a pretty common situation. Let's go back to this example. So you owned and lived in this house for 20 years and you rented it out for 3 years. Then finally you sold it. Since you owned and lived for at least 2 years out of the last 5 years, you still qualify for that $500,000 of tax-free capital gain. However, renting it out means you took a depreciation, which could trigger a depreciation recapture. That's a separate tax rule. I'll cover that in another video. Before selling your house, go talk to your tax professional to make sure you're taking full advantage of this tax break. I'm an enrolled agent helping our clients navigate real estate taxes. Plus, I'm a real estate investor myself since 2017. It's been a long time and I'm pretty familiar with ins and outs when it comes to real estate taxes. So make sure contact us to schedule a tax discovery call with me. It's free and I'll have that contact info in the description below. To sum up, number one, you can exclude up to $500,000 of your capital gain when you sell your home if you are married and filing a joint return. If you're a single filer, you can exclude up to $250,000. Number two, there are two requirements to qualify. You must have owned the home for at least 2 years out of the last 5 years before your sale, and you must have used it as your primary residence for at least 2 years out of the last 5 years. Just remember, Everyone's tax situation is unique, so it's always a good idea to consult with a qualified tax professional to get your personalized advice. All right, that brings to the end of our today's topic. You can find more information from the IRS page. I'll have that link in the description below. If you have any questions around your taxes, feel free to reach out. I'll have my contact info in the description as well. If you find this video interesting, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.